And welcome back, everyone, to the Decoder channel. Tonight is a special look at this beautiful boy, man. Like, GB is back on the Decoder channel. That's what's up, bro. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. I mean, apart from the obvious, but
I don't know what you're talking
fantastic.
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Same shit, different day, man.
Yeah. So yeah, like so you know, S3, it's like the new shit, and we have so much to talk about. And yeah, we just wanted to review it with GB because yeah, like he's been here since midday, and we're vibing until today, and that's
Forever.
let's review what happened in the last couple of days. Okay. But first, like, bro, how do you feel in general? Like, how's life, and like, how do you feel from the timeline?
From a general perspective, yes. I feel fantastic. Obviously, from a holder's perspective, it's a little bleaker, but we're still out here doing our thing. Yeah. Trying to have as much fun as we can and just shooting shit with the boys that are still here since mint, and trying to shed some light on things. So yeah. Times have been worse than this in the past, and they'll probably be worse than this in the future. So it's just what it is. I love your optimism. But just gotta roll with the punches and just keep fucking riding.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it is what it is, and we just roll. And I saw like you press the buy button, you get some new acquisitions.
I did, yeah. thought I was big brain. Sniping one at 6.5 ETH, but hey, whatever. That's all right. Always feels good to have a new DGOD. So
yeah, exactly.
Not mad at it.
What's your stack? Like 13?
12.
Oh, 12. Yeah, 12. Okay, that's cool.
Yep. Might go for the baker's dozen if we get below 4. I feel like I have to. If we hit 300 or if we hit 3.33, I have to. Absolutely have to.
Yeah. No, 100%. That's like same thing. I was thinking about it too. Like, should I put some liquidity on the side, like ready to press the buy button after the upcoming matchy dump? But that's that's a possibility.
We'll see what happens. It is cool to see like a lot of the boys, not necessarily from DGODs, but like people that I have been friends with on Twitter for a long time, like watching and being like, holy shit, I might actually be able to afford a DGOD and an entrance. So that's cool to see. Obviously not cool for the rest of us, but good to see the homies win, I guess.
Yeah, but maybe the orders will rotate a bit, right? And we will have like a new community to build. And like, again, we went through so much shit that today and the last few days will be like part of the history, and in a way that will bind us even more, or like bind us with new holders too. So it's gonna be interesting for the future of the collection for sure.
Yeah, and I think like some of the whales that exited with this season or whatever haven't necessarily been here that long to begin with. So like we've built it up once, we can do it again. I'm not too worried about it. I do think that DGODs has that like charismatic energy to it for the most part, that like people see us having fun and shit, which we do have a lot of fun, even though it's been like a dark couple days. But people see us having fun on the timeline, and they just naturally like gravitate towards it and want to join in. So I'm not too worried about filling a couple hundred spots with new homies.
Yeah. Did you flip some, or did you just like you're waiting on the sideline buy the one
I'm
to
not
both?
I'm not that smart.
Same thing. The same.
I'm not that smart. I'm too scared if I sell one, then they're gonna fucking moon, and I'm gonna lift. So like the one that I bought, to be completely honest, I was like, 6.5. Like this was like Thursday or Friday. It's like 6.5 now, when we were at 9 2 days ago. Like this just seems like a guarantee. Like this can't lose. Famous last words.
Yeah. This time is different.
Yeah, fuck. But whatever, I got, now I just got another DGOD to ride. So another one off the streets.
I mean, like, okay, so we'll go through the timeline in like in the timeline of events that we went since like this weekend. But like after the art preview, like Frank kind of like turned around like the feeling of the community, like, with just one space. and one AMA like answering question, getting hype, and like saying the good things. It was a different story after the AMA we had on Discord, where like the whole team feel a bit down. But with just like from the preview AMA and then the downgrade art, for like when we saw like the piece, like the whole community like vibes and sentiment change on the timeline. Now again, like price action like dictate everything, but like we are always like one announcement away of new record for sure.
Yeah. Was the question like, what did I think about the preview versus the pivot and all that?
We can start with that. Like so like okay, so again, we had like the announcement of like the season 3, what's coming up, like on August 9th, etc. Like, what was your first thought when you saw the preview and the way it was rolled out?
I mean, my first thought was, first of all, it was a wall of gray, which I did think was weird. It just seemed like very lackluster, and I think that's why people were on the whole like, oh, this is a psyop camp, is because it did seem, I don't think lazy is really the right word, but it just didn't seem like on brand for what the team has done with announcements. But knowing that, like in the past, they always. So here's the thing: it was an art preview. It wasn't an announcement. Like in with Dead Gods, with Utes, like they dropped previews. They collected feedback based on those previews, and they finalized the art based on the feedback that they received. So I think the expectation being that it was like this big announcement, and then it coming out and just being a preview of the art, and a preview of the art that people didn't really like. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I personally am like a give me something clean that fucks guy. Like Dead Gods, obviously very artistic, super sick, but like from a personal perspective and like what I want to represent me, like, I mean, I had my Alive God throughout all of season 2.
Yeah.
I like, you know, I like cleaner shit that just really pops, and I feel like it's more approachable too. Like I feel like, you know, Dead Gods, obviously the reason they wanted to switch it up is because it was not very approachable. It was a little aggressive, a little gory, fucking whatever it may be. But so yeah, I think like the people that were just at, like immediately after the art preview were like, this is fucking bullshit, like immediately fighting things on the ground, I don't think understand how the team works, which is that, you know, drop something, gather feedback, drop a finished product. Granted, it wasn't really presented in that way. It was, I think, like overhyped a little bit for just being like that preview that they slapped together. And I don't know, like, was it a psyop or not?
Yes.
I personally don't think it was. No. The only thing that kind of made me thought it might be is like I said, the announcement itself was kind of sloppy. The gray wall of D-Gods just does not seem like something we would put out. And people were like nitpicking it, like squares were uneven.
Yes.
It looked like some of the D-Goddesses had like AI features in the hair or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing that had me thinking, okay, this might be fake, because, you know, the team just doesn't put out half-ass shit. Or maybe, you know, they felt rushed and this is what they thought was going to be the art. And they did the thing that they do, which is collecting feedback in order to put out the product that they then think everyone does want. And people just blew it out of proportion, because holy shit, the entire NFT scape right now is like lost their fucking mind. But I don't know. I'm happy with what we ended up with though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's 100%. Like, like the colorful palette and stuff. That's like even like we had like the downgrade and stuff, and like everyone was like sharing their D-God and like their new S3 art and stuff. Like 90%. Okay, I don't know. X percentage, a good percentage was like happy with it, except like a couple of guys like Shivas. If you watch this stream, I peace. But I mean, like in terms of art, like, okay, so first, like Amy this morning, in the coffee break in the stream we had like it all together, like she was talking about, like the perspective, for example, for like the wings. She was like kind of like, yeah, it's not like aligned with the shoulders and stuff like that, and like the female art is like completely budget. So yeah, you lose a couple of people there. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Amy. I woke up to probably a half dozen voice memos from Amy on Twitter that I then forgot to listen to. So I'm going to go back and, should I play? No, I can't play them on this, right? That would be right. I'll go back and listen to them after this and see. But no, I get it, because again, we went from Dead Gods, which was this like incredibly detailed,
exactly,
works of art. Like the goal with Dead Gods was fucking Christie's. You know what I mean? To this more, not subtle, but just a toned down, cleaner, approachable version. And to a lot of people, I think it was a shock. The same way that Dead Gods, when they first came out, was a shock, because we went from these like, kind of basic-ish, cheesy kind of looking NFTs to these like insanely detailed works of art. And a lot of people when Dead Gods came out didn't fucking like that either.
Yeah.
A lot of people when Dead Gods came out were like, this is like stupid. What are you doing? And sure enough, as time goes on, everyone grows to love it. I think the same thing will happen with this, because I do think, like, apart from a trait here and there, some layering issues here and there, I do think, like, if you look at them side by side, and again, this is like me speaking from my personal preferences, like I'm taking the season 3 art over the Dead God 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's so much fucking cleaner. It pops like shit, dude. Like I saw somebody complaining that their DGOD had color now. They were like, at least before all the colors went together. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, before it was gray. The whole fucking thing was gray. Now it has like a skin tone. Like now it actually has colors to it. Apologies.
Yeah.
So like, I think people are overreacting. I think with time, people will definitely start to like the art a lot more. I do think like some things need to be fixed. Like the more I look at it, a lot of the clothing traits are like just seems super baggy. There's like a lot of lines and like sleeves and the chest and shit. That seems weird. It works on some of them. Like I get it's, like LA street style fucking triple XLs on a 5'8", 140-pound dude or whatever. But there's definitely some stuff that needs work. But I don't know, man. I think it's like it is the goal of what they wanted, right? Which is like more approachable, clean art that pops and catches people's attention. And that's like exactly what it is. So
yeah, I mean, and what I miss from like the season 2 reveal is also like the hours that we spend zooming inside the pictures to check all of the details and check like the bird on like the I think Steve Jobs, not Steve Jobs the trait, but like the bird, like the asthma, exactly,
or whatever,
yeah, exactly. On the apple, on the Steve Jobs like pullover, like hoodies, whatever,
turtleneck.
Turtleneck and stuff like that. Like all of those details, I understand. Like on Twitter, like okay, you need to click on the PFP to see all of those details, but like the experience that we had all together when we revealed that shit, also it was new, right? Like no one has reached that level of art like when we minted they got at all, and not even until then, right? Like still unmatched. But like the hours that we spend on Discord, like sharing like the pictures and like people coming back to the Explorer to check again the image and stuff, we didn't have that. So is that because like I don't know, like time, resources? I just
think that was the objective. Like, I think the objective was to clean it up. Like, no offense to your angel behind you, but like, I could never fucking hang that at my house, dude. Miss JB would murder me. You know what I mean? But like the cleaned up version with red shades and like a diamond necklace and maybe I could get away with. I personally enjoyed the reveal of season 3. Like I don't know if it's because I had gods whose traits got kind of reworked. Like one of the things that I love, I've seen a lot of people lose their mind over, but I think they're stupid Web3 nerds, is the fact that like the archer trait got turned into an arrow neck tat.
Yeah.
I think that's a million times better than like just random arrows on my dude's back, alive or dead. That was just stupid.
Yeah.
Didn't make, like, just a weird trait, random, whatever. And the forehead diamond, which like was a huge laser coming out of the middle of the forehead, is now like a diamond face tat. And yeah, I get like it's a rare or maybe super rare trait, but it's like if you're showing a picture, and I have the perfect example. I have a Leo Mickey visor with a forehead diamond. So he had this laser coming out of the middle of his forehead, and now he's just a leopard skin bad bitch with a Mickey visor and a wife beater with a fucking face tattoo. And if I were to show those two NFTs to like most people, I feel like they would choose the one that doesn't have this big goofy laser coming out of the forehead. So like I think the goal to make a lot of the traits just simpler. And I know like people fucking hate that, but like there's like art can be simple. Like there's good art that is simplistic. It doesn't have to be this crazy high detail thing. And I think like if that was the goal, I think they smashed it on a lot of shit. And there is still detail. When you look like at the mythic skins especially, have you noticed that like Ice, Nebula, Acid, they all have different interiors based on it. Like Nebula has stars shooting around and shit. Like I think there's still especially if you've been around, there's so much to look at with the new collection, because most traits like changed severely. So if you've been here for a while, it's still for me at least, it was a very exciting experience to see all my shit change and like look at them and be like, wow, this turned to this turned to that, blah, blah, blah.
For the face tattoos, so my take on that is like, you don't see it on the listings, and if you don't know that it's here, you're not going to see it, right? Like you're not going to see it on the PFP on Twitter because it's too small. And again, on the listings, like you can just you're not going to understand why that shit is selling like 3 times the floor, because like you don't fucking see it. So you know what I mean? So and it's kind of tricky.
All the trait names, none of them have changed. So it's still like, says Archer or whatever the name of the trait is, and the guy just has like a little arrow neck tat or whatever, or like all the back, like it says purple background and they're all like yellow now or whatever. So
but they can change the name. They can change the name, like
I don't know. We'll see. Like I know everyone is up in arms about their favorite trait or their D-God that just happened to have all these traits that don't go together in season 3 and is now rugged, and so they're opening Discord tickets and whatnot. So we'll see if anything ends up getting changed. I just think I don't know. I think a lot of the changes were for the better. The traits that I think do suck, the steampunk goggles that had like the spikes coming out of them just turning into like black, like you just left the eye doctor glasses. I think those are stupid. I had a babushka steampunk forehead diamond that looks dumb as hell now because he's just got a backwards hat on with these big black glasses that cover his face tat.
I think the babushka is coming back, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a little fuss about it. I don't know if it comes back, if they do end up doing like female art, if it comes back just for females. I think the hat works. Like, I think it's cool. I have one, actually the new one that I just bought was a Navi skin babushka with the bird tee. So now he's just like this light blue fuckboy with a backwards hat and like this sick, D-God's like metal band shirt or whatever. So I think it works with a lot of stuff, but
maybe the babushka is coming back for the female art only because like Beck is almost like creating a change.
For her shit. And you know what? I would rather keep Beck than any of these whales that just dumped all their D-Gods. So bring the fucking babushka back if we need to.
It's the fact that some people like lost faith in the team in 24 hours just because of an announcement after 2 years, like it's for me it's like beyond understanding, kind of like it's I I, I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's because you have money on the side, so like your digger back doesn't represent that much or stuff like that. So there is that.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is people being over leveraged and like, you know, we've been here a long time, so like I lost, you know, over 100K in JPEG value in 48 hours, but I'm still up 100K. You know what I mean? So like I get the people, and I don't know who this applies to, because like I don't know when people joined, what the floor was, but I get if like, you know, you bought into the hype, which is something that Frank has always done a good job of creating. We all saw the video with Mark where he busts a nut over whatever it is that he gets shown. And then and this is just kind of like how NFTs work, right? Is like, you know, you build in silence, or you tease shit, and you tease shit for so long, and you prop up the floor based on this hype and this, you know, what's next and what will the value be. And then you drop something like Points Parlor, which is fucking sick, I think. Awesome idea. Maybe it needs a little work on the execution, but like sick idea. And like done to a level that has not been done. Like, yeah, the idea of, you know, loot boxes or opening packs or you know, gambling on fucking whatever is not new, but like the way that it was executed, fantastic, beautiful product, but it gets rid of this sense of like what's going to happen, what's the value going to be like, and it kind of puts a number on things. And I think that combined with the hype leading up to it, because like in reality, what are you going to drop that's going to give all of Web3 the reaction that Mark had in that video, right? Unless you're like, hey, we're going to take a snapshot in 4 hours. Everyone who holds a DGOT is getting $3,000. Like, unless you do some shit like that, like people are going to see the announcement and they're going to be like, oh, that's it? Okay, well, cool. All right. I'm out then. I don't get it. Like, I don't get just throwing away thousands of dollars, especially if you bought at 8, at 9, upwards of fucking 10, and capitulating within 48 hours and being like, all right, fuck this, I'm out. Doesn't make sense to me. That's not the way that we've been doing this since Mint. Like, we have these roller coasters and it is what it is. But I don't know, man. It's definitely been a crazy 48 hours. I think a lot of the people that I've seen like lose faith are people that I wasn't that big a fan of to begin with. So like, I'm not that concerned about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Yes, bro. Yeah, it's bro. Season 3 is a movie, man.
Bro, so far, it's a fucking Stanley Kubrick movie, or what's the guy with all the twists? M. Night Shyamalan movie, but it's a fucking movie.
What are your thoughts on this called season? For me, this is the first episode on Fair Things Out. I still think they have a release schedule to continue hype for the year. Bro, I'm not sure about that 100%, because like
they have a release schedule continue hype. So here's the thing, like, if the Points Parlor, which again, it's been 24 hours, right? Maybe a little over 24 hours at this point. We haven't seen the video of somebody winning a fucking Tesla and the impact that that's going to have on the internet when that happens. Because again, like the whole idea behind the Points Parlor is marketing for these larger companies, for Kraken, right? As an example, for the biggest, like these people pay fucking millions of dollars in marketing every year, and they pay based on the amount of impressions that they think they're going to get. And we all know, like, the DGOD's Twitter account, arguably like the highest engagement account in all of crypto Twitter, or crypto X, whatever the fuck it's called.
Like 1 million views on the preview, the gray preview. Like that's easy. That's it.
Easy for a random half-ass preview dropped in the middle of the week. Easy.
Exactly. Like,
so the model is very sustainable. You have a company like Kraken that comes in and says, "Hey, we're gonna give you $250,000 in prizes. In return, we're gonna get our label put on the site," which they do. It's sponsored by Kraken. In 4 days or a week, whatever they said when the prizes switch, it'll say sponsored by Ledger or whatever. And you get, like, when somebody the tweets where somebody wins like 333 dust, 20K, 30K impressions, easy. Those are blowing up already. I saw like 4 of them today. I was jealous as fuck. When somebody wins a Tesla, bro, or a MacBook, like one of these sick ass prizes, the numbers are going to be so insane on that, and they're going to have these metrics that they can now approach any fucking sponsor that has any interest in Web3 and in crypto and say, "Hey, here's the dollar per impression we can give you." It's like the model makes so much sense, the product makes so much sense, and I think people will come to realize. I don't know if like I don't know if the game theory is right, especially for like non-holders, right? Like I would have loved to see, and maybe this is something that comes down the road. Okay, circle back to, this being the first episode. Right now it's just DGOs. Next it's Utes. Next it's the public. How does the public participate? If the public can you can buy points with dust to open packs, or you can just buy packs with dust. The dust either goes out of circulation or gets put back into the prize pools. Okay, now we're talking. Now we have a use case for dust. Now we have people outside of our community that are involved in this, which they'll want to be when they see somebody win a fucking Tesla from the points parlor. So the model is good. I think people, again, just jump the gun. And this happens with every single project, right? Like people buy the speculation and the hype leading up to the announcement. The announcement comes out, and the floor price dumps. It doesn't fucking matter what it was. If Points Parlor had dropped in like the middle of a bull market, people would be like, "Jesus Christ, a Tesla? Okay, yeah, I want a DGOT."
Yeah, but if you only have one Tesla and someone win it, then you want to play for the MacBook?
Well, that's like, so the dust is good. My thing is like, I think they needed a lot more, and I don't know who picked these prizes. I didn't look at them, so these tweets might be fake, but like soap, a pair of Crocs. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Are those really prizes?
Let me check that right now.
Like, if those are really prizes, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, and then I think someone posted the soap was like $40 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Bro, just make that a $50 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, bro. Like, so yeah, it's legit.
I don't know.
Crocs and soap, like Ice soap and Crocs, sponsored by Kraken NFT.
Yeah. So like, again, the execution I think could have been better. I think, dude, even if you get rid of, I haven't looked at the prizes, but if you get rid of this random shit, like the soap, the fucking Crocs, whatever, and just replace it with like Amazon gift cards of that price. Because gift cards are sick. People get happy about that. Yeah. Jitterbug, first poll, won a $50 Uber Eats gift card. And was like, in every group chat I'm in with him, was like hype about it. That's sick. That's cool. Yeah. Somebody wins soap, it turns into a fucking meme. And you know what? At the end of the day, memes are still good for us. Yeah. But I think you replace those weird fucking prizes with like just gift cards. You mix in a bunch of merch. Yeah. And there's plenty of sub communities that would like contribute to this. Mickey's easily would have taken, maybe $1,000 out of our treasury to put together some merch to have in this. But just more prizes, because right now you open your packs and it's like 0.1 dust, 0.1 dust, 0.1 dust. It's like, oh, sick. And I hit 1.5. Hey, let's go. I feel like there just needs to be more variety. And the problem is like, okay, the only way to win, the chance to win anything other than dust, a 0.5%, right? Or 0.05. Yeah. So a 1/20th of a percent. And that's not the chance to win a Tesla. That's the chance to win soap for a Tesla. So like all that shit could be mixed in. So because that's like the value behind this, at least to make the model sustainable, is going to come from these like viral moments on Twitter from people winning cool shit. Okay, even if you win fucking soap, like you're going to tweet about it because it's fucking funny, but make the odds to win soap better than like 1/20%, dude. Like mix in some real fucking prizes instead of with all the dust.
And give me a tweet button, bro. Like a tweet button with an image that if I win that shit, I can share it right away. And boom, like
image works, but like recording, dude. Auto record it. And have a button to just fire it right off.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like the recording, cool, but like even on the app, like if it's a social like experiment, when your goal is to tweet your wins, you still need the tweet button. But
100%.
Like also like the fact that you get dust when you lose. In my head, I was thinking about that this afternoon. Like you are starting to associate dust as a price when you lose. You know, so when you like,
that's good or bad?
But for me, if you lose and then okay, I lost, but I get dust. Oh, that's okay. You know, and like it's not a good feeling to associate with the coin because I lost 100 times and then I get dust. You know, and I get like 0.1 dust. You know what
I don't hate it. I think it's better than not winning anything. Like have you ever played like Plinko?
Like the ball that gets
all the pegs and the balls go down. I think the reason that Plinko is so fucking addictive is because like you never lose all your money.
Yeah.
So like you always get something, and then every so often you hit that nice like 10x and you win. And I think that's what makes it like super addictive. And I think that's like I don't understand flooring a god with full points. Like at the very least, and I've seen a shit ton of them, at the very least, blow all the points. Like that to me tells me that people like maybe are not even using Points Parlor, which is crazy in itself. And I think part of the reason is because like since it's dropped, there's been a few tweets for dust, but nobody has really won anything like cool. Which again just goes back to execution and the prizes or whatever. But no, my only thing is like you can kind of look at it as, oh, you spent 333 dust to earn your dust back, which reminds me of like projects that are like, you know, we're going to use all the mint funds to buy this thing and then rev share back. And it's like, why am I going to give you my money so I can slowly get my money back? That's something that kind of rubs me the wrong way. And maybe that's a game theory thing, a math thing with the way that the prizes are distributed or whatever. But no, I think it's good. I'm happy to like, I guess, I mean, it's a use for dust in the sense that you have to be upgraded to play it. But I would love to see like points or packs that you can just buy in dust, whether you're a holder or not. Like, just give me more uses for dust. And I'm not even saying that because like my dust bag is down atrociously. I'm saying that because it just adds to the game theory of the experience.
Bro, even skip the tax to in dust. You pay to like decrease the tax. You pay in dust.
Boom, done. The impatience task.
Skip the line with dust, and boom. Okay, that's cool, bro. That's cool.
I think it's got there's some iteration that needs to be done. Again, going back to this, like this being the first episode of season 1. I think to bring this all full circle, which I've been taking like this. I've been putting this mushroom powder in my coffee that's supposed to help you cognitively, and this is proof to me that it's working, that I even am remembering what the fucking question was. I think the team knows how to pivot. They know how to switch shit up if it's not working. That being said, like give Points Parlor a couple of days to see how it shakes out, and that the team will do what they have to do. And you know they're going to listen to this. They're going to listen to everyone on Twitter. They're going to be in every fucking Twitter space. Like they're going to hear all the ideas, what people want to see. And they're going to implement what, you know, makes the most sense to them and what the best ideas are, hopefully. So
yeah, 100%. So what's your strategy when you open your pack? Like, is that one per day that you're opening, or are you going like you pay some impatient tax?
Yeah, 100%. So shout out Jit Romney, OG holder since mint, original Divine Council member with myself, Jit Dow, Cock Dow, Mickey D Gods, all that shit. He did a little math, and because I'm not a math guy, so I was not going to do it myself. Just fuck that, dude. Like, the first day, I just opened a pack each, one each for every D God. I was like, I'm just gonna do that. No taxes for me.
Okay. I don't pay taxes, bitch.
Yes. Fuck taxes. Just kidding. IRS, I love you. Anyway, because the price of packs goes up after 30 days. Is that what it is? Something happened. Yeah, which I missed completely. So, anyways, he did the math, and basically his strategy was spend all your points in the first 30 days, maximize your pack opening while it's cheap. And then once the price goes up, because you get a point every minute, like then just wait and open the packs whenever you can. So his strategy was, and it was purely based off of like hitting a jackpot, winning a Tesla, not because I didn't even notice at first that the different packs have different, this is a 70% chance that you just win 0.1 dust or whatever. So it's like the DGen pack and the safe pack. But his doesn't look at any of that. It purely looks at the 1/20th% to win a real prize. And it's 3 of each pack every day for the first 30 days. That will get your points through until the price of the packs goes up. So that's what I did starting this morning. I like it because it lasts a little bit longer. And I feel like when I did the 3 packs at a time, I was winning like 1 dust for 3 packs. When I do it this way, the worst I won, I think, was like 1.5, but on average, it was like around 5 dust for 9 packs per D God.
Okay.
So I like it because you're maximizing not only your pack usage while packs are cheap, but like your dust return on those initial days. And I think, somebody dropped the math in the walk-in, I feel like, but basically, like on average, you should earn back, like, I want to say like either 170 or 270 of your dust of the 333 that you used to upgrade. So, and that's like, if you're, not a lucky motherfucker, which I try and be. So
you're trying to be a lucky.
That's my strategy.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 of each, which
yes,
actually,
exactly.
Because we have 11 D Gods and Mickeys, and me and Bean and Fungi opened them on like live stream yesterday, and that was fun. So I think we're gonna do that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Again.
Yeah, I did that. I did that last night. That was cool.
Do you open your packs on mobile or on desktop?
Desktop.
I didn't know. Well, I knew you could do that, but like I just got the new ledger with the Bluetooth, which is sick.
Yeah.
So I've been doing all my shit on my phone. I didn't know on desktop you could just hit like open all at once. So we opened like 72 packs in a row. It was fucking sick. So that's definitely the way to go, because I'm like driving to work, like ripping packs on the right hand.
You're gonna record like all of your packs opening?
I am trying to when I remember.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, because I don't pay attention. So like I haven't won anything besides dust, but I don't know if it'll tell me when I win it, because I just fucking skip through it. So maybe I should go back and check, like if I have anything sitting in there. But yeah.
100%.
What about you? What's the best prize you've won?
So like last night during the stream, like I was like same thing, like 333 per D God. So yeah, just for entertainment purpose only, like that was cool. And this morning I was thinking about it. So okay, I'm just gonna say one by one, but like tomorrow I'm gonna do like 333, bro. That's my strat. Like, you click, it become orange, and when I turn red, I click back because I don't like red. I like orange. That's it.
I have not actually. I did get that far. I actually this morning I very much considered selling a god. Which the last time that I capitulated, I want to say it was FTX.
Yeah.
I sold a god at 5K. After I think we were at like 15.
Yeah.
And I sold one for 5 because I was like, you know what? If this is really the end, not just of V gods, but like of everything, I want something to show for it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had that same feeling, but I thought we were at like 5. I assumed we were at like 5, maybe 6. And so I took my ugliest god, I max ripped his packs, just blew all of his points. And then I went to look at the floor on Blur and it was like 4.8. And I was like, oh, fuck that. That's not even, I'm not taking that. Not even worth it.
Yeah, so, no, I'm not selling at 5, bro. But yeah, nice transition for the price action. And like Amy asked for it. What do you think about the Mashi situation? Is that Ryan or Amy? I think it's Amy. But yeah, Amy, what do you think about the whole Mashi situation? So yeah, how do you see that shit unfold? Like, what's the solution?
Before that, Ryan, great point here. So all your dust stays in the Parlor, right? And you have to claim it and pay gas to claim it. If you could just put that dust right back into packs, that would be fucking money. Somebody clip that, send it to Frank. It's genius.
So send it, what? Really? Because I haven't claimed my dust from the Parlor. I should keep it in the system. People will more likely spend it. Oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
So you.
I would 100 like I was. Yes. This is the way that I gamble because this is essentially gambling, right? Without actual dollars involved.
Gambling, like,
but it's not, but it is. Anyways, so I have been playing with, and this is the same way that I approached NFTs back in the day too. I've been playing with the same $100 in a sports book since I want to say 2013. And every year I hammer football, I hammer hockey. At the end of hockey season, whatever like gains I have, whatever money I've won, I take out and I just keep playing with that original money. A lot of times it's less than that $100 that I started with at the beginning of the season. So I just keep playing with it anyways. So if I could just roll that dust right back into opening more packs, dude, I would do that all fucking day. That's a great idea.
That's true. So Mashi.
Yeah. I know this is bad. I read the Big Brain tweet earlier. So like I understand the reality of the situation. The thing I don't fucking get is like, unless it's like a tax loss harvesting thing, like he's using crypto to lose money to like decrease his tax bracket or something. Like, why is this dude losing so much fucking money on NFTs?
So maybe
I get it's 4 points too, but like, are the points worth that much?
That's the speculation. Like the guy, but like. I listened to him like on the space where like Frank jumped on in and tried to talk to Mashi, which is something else, Evan. But like I think that after the season 1 of Blood Point, right? Like the price of those Blood Point went crazy, and what he's playing is just
token, right?
Yeah, like Lux Rare before, right? Like when you had like 4,000 APY on Lux Rare, and then the tokenomics went to shit, and then I lost 20 ETH on that bullshit. But
light work.
But yeah, no, the GG. Yeah, join my Telegram group if you want more calls like that. That was hard to say, but yeah, okay. So it's just farming pure speculation around like Blur Point, and honestly, I don't even know how that works. But it's basically like Tensor, because Tensor like implemented the same shit and they copy-paste Blur stuff, right? So it's quite similar.
Annoying,
but
I don't fully blame Maki or Machi, whatever.
Machi, yeah.
I think somebody who shall not be named dumping 200 gods prior to the announcement and effectively dumping the floor down, like almost 3 ETH, I think. We were like upper nines and then down to 6 and change. Prior to the announcement, I think already set the stage for a lot of fear and a lot of fear selling when the announcement came out.
We didn't move that much like on the preview, right? Like once the preview dropped, like the price action was kind of like stable, and then we went to shit, and then Machi can do what he's doing right now because we are that low. I think that's possible, right?
Well, what happens, like the way I understand it is, these blur farmers set their loans, and I used to do a lot of like NFT loans on Sol, so I kind of like get the game theory behind it. Is like you set your loans right under the floor.
Yeah.
So if somebody does default because they can't pay it back or whatever it may be, you just sell it back. And like you're not like, maybe you're losing a little bit of money, but in general you're just kind of like breaking even. And especially with these guys just trying to farm these points, the idea is to get as many loans as possible, break even, and farm those points. So I think without somebody who shall not be named dumping the floor price 3 ETH by just rage quitting and selling all their gods. Sorry. If there's an actual family issue, I really hope that everything is all right. But I don't know what type of family issue requires $1.8 million to fix. That's another story. I don't think, because then once that happens, once the floor price goes from, let's say, 9.5 to 6.5, now you have all of these blur farmers whose loans are underwater. And when the NFT defaults, they just floor it. They just fucking sell it. And they take the loss and they put out another loan. And so so you have the first catalyst, which is the 200 god dump, which is a 3 ETH dump. You see everyone's reaction to that, which combined with the art preview that there's already kind of this negative connotation around, that leads to some fear selling, which drops the floor price more. You combine those two things with all of the blur farmers whose loans just got fucked, who are just dumping into lower bids, that drops the floor price more. And then so all of this has happened. The vibes are super great just in time for the announcement. And the announcement comes out and it's, people aren't obsessed with the art, which they never fucking will be. Every time it's new, people lose their mind at first. It's points parlor. That's only for D-gods. It's youth, just sitting on another chain for another 6 months until they lose. Like, not the strongest announcement to be sure, but then you combine it with, and somebody made a really good point about this on, who is it? Like, this guy is a fudder, but he's in all of my replies, and like his comments are good, but he also loves to talk shit. So he's one of those people where like, I'm like, all right, like you're cool and you're funny and like you make good points, but like you're also fucking annoying. I want to say it's Solana shithead, but I could be wrong. But if we had just dropped the new art, points parlor, and you still kind of get fucked no matter which way you spin this. But if we had just dropped those two things, the floor maybe goes like to 7 from 9, I feel like. Because there's not that much of a reason. Like, it's still a sell the news event, but there's not like that many catalysts for people to sell. But you have this perfect storm of one whale tanking the floor price 3 ETH, blur farmers then trying to, mitigate their losses on that tank, plus the fear selling, plus the art preview that people weren't a fan of. So now there's like this negative connotation around it. And then on top of this, and I'm sorry, Frank, I love you, but like, you gotta fucking chin up when this shit happens. Like, you can't get in like emo Frank mode and be upset that people didn't like the art that you thought was going to be the perfect art, if that really is like what you thought was going to be perfect. You just got to take it on the fucking chin and move on. So now there's like just a kind of a negative vibe in general. Just this perfect storm for the floor price to absolutely get shit on. Now we've got Maki that owns 300 DGODs. You know, hopefully he doesn't just bury us all. If he does, it fucking is what it is, dude. Like, we've done this before. We'll do it again. There's one thing that you fucking know will happen if you're a day one DGOD is that the team will pivot. They'll figure something else out. They'll keep trying new shit until something corrects it. And honestly, on top of all that, macro, it's just a shitty fucking bear market. When's the last time anything happened in NFTs that like people were excited about and were like, oh, this was sick? Literally anything. Can you think of anything like quickly?
I mean, like, no. And Azuki, okay, so Azuki is another fucked up because like they like had like 10,000, like 15,000 NFTs to clone. So it's even worse because like it's showing like you don't really understand your ecosystem you're with, and didn't like the Dust Lab team didn't hit that like mistake, right? It's not you don't understand, it's just like you drop something and it didn't yeah, exactly. But it's not like you don't understand NFT's ecosystem. It's completely different.
Right. That's just the thing. Like, what could they have dropped besides saying, hey, every holder is getting $3,000 wired to their bank account and the IRS is not going to know about it. No taxes. What else could they have dropped that people like would have been hyped about? So like, it just is what it is. It's a shitty fucking market. Every new mint that comes out, everyone's screaming from the rooftops, the fucking cash grab. You've got Yuga constantly like pissing off their holders. You've got Azuki like dropping basically a duplicate collection, pissing off it. Just a shitty time. And that's why like I'm not stressed out. Like and again, this like it doesn't apply to everyone. I've been in DGODs for a long time. I've made my money. Like I was lucky enough to have made enough money to like make some significant life changes. Now I'm back at the point where like, okay, I don't need this money now. I'm accumulating it. I will fucking sit on it and hold on to it. And if we get this NFT bull market in 6 months, a year or whatever,
you're good.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because bro, like right now you are in your new house paid with like NFTs gains, right?
That's right. This is week 3, I think. This is this is it's sick. We've been doing a lot of work around the house.
Yeah, that's
fucking cool. Spent all weekend painting and shit, but fucking awesome. And like a lot of that was DGOD's money along the way.
Cool.
So
that's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Still on for the ride.
Yeah.
This Brandify guy is just wrong, by the way. The diamond face tat is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. Step outside.
It's absolutely true. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of I don't like face tattoo. It's again like I said, like you don't see it from afar, so yeah, it's sad. But it could be something else. But that's cool. Okay, and what would you like to see the team? Oh yeah, do you have like a hard stop at the hour, by the way, or can we go a little bit over?
No, I'm chilling.
Let's go. Okay, great. So what?
Dude, standing is sick too. Like I swear to God, when we would record DGODcast, hey baby, I would be in my chair like falling asleep. But now, can I get her up here? Come here. My Bubba gonna say hello to the camera. This is sick. Standing is dope. Like I feel like I can do this all day.
That's cool. Okay, so what do you want to see the teams doing right now? Because like I think they can like it was mentioned on the Discord, but like maybe like doing like more shit like office hours with like the DGOD holders and like build the inside community. No, you don't want that?
No.
Okay.
No, not office hours. You can do like, and maybe this is office hours, so I'm about to explain. But you can do like, a bi-weekly Twitter space or something. I don't think like they need all this community feedback. I think that's part of the problem.
No. Yeah, not that. Like the other way around. Like I want to talk to Frank. I am a DGOD holder. Then I have access to Frank. Thank you, Amy, for 55 Turkish lira. Is that the lira? I think. Yeah. It's the donation.
What is that?
It's a super sticker.
Thanks, Amy.
Yes.
I love you. I won't read your. I won't play your voice memos live.
Yes.
Yes, death by committee, 100%. I think that's like part of the problem with what just happened with the art is like, and it's never been like that, dude. Like the team is always crushed. Like Frank and the team, they have this skill that they have such a good pulse on the market. They can put out good shit. So I don't want
No. I'm not saying me giving advice to Frank. I'm saying I'm a holder. I want to talk to Frank to give me some like exchange ideas about my shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I don't want to give advice to Frank. Like he's a big guy. Like
and he used to do that.
Exactly.
Way back in the day. Yeah, I remember that.
So if you're like DGOD holder, like I don't know, like if you're a youth holder, you have like 30 minutes, and if you have DGOD, you can have 1 hour. Like yeah.
Yeah, so I fucking love that.
You know what, like something from the inside, or even like for me personally, like the meta of Dust Lab is like growing your audience on Twitter, because you can turn that on to a fucking business, right? Again, I have a project. Frank helped me to grow my my Twitter account, so then I can build a sustainable business outside of the NFT. Then that shit, bro, because then you can use that project to put on like introduce that project, if successful, in a fucking beer market, to the sponsorship that you have in the fucking Parlor anyway. You know what I mean? So then you have like a Dust Lab mafia, and like every fucking holders want to, you know what I mean?
Which was a thing like back in the day for a little bit. Like a lot of people launched projects out of DGODs. I mean, a lot of them probably like fucking Soft Rug or whatever. Yeah, Blocksmith, huge one. Yeah. That's great utility. And yeah, you're right. It does kind of play into the points parlor thing, because that's like what kept people involved with Blocksmith for so long, is like, yes, the core project, like the product and the tech was, what was the original name for it? Mercury. Yeah. And like this whitelist management or whatever, but then they gamified it by like giving holders access to shit that used their product.
Yeah.
But from like a strictly, you know, not that smart of a dude, but having seen how shit like works well in the past standpoint, I would love to see, first things first, Frank nut up, just like, you know, get your one emo tweet or space out of the way. Like shit happens, like shit did not go down the way that you thought it would. I don't think that's even the team's fault that much. So I don't think that like the sadness is that warranted. Look at all of the ideas and feedback that are getting put out re-Points Parlor, because I've seen some sick ones. I've seen like somebody, I was going to try and find it on my phone, but I didn't want to like be rude, but somebody sent a tweet in the Mickey walk-in that was like a 10-step way to integrate Dust into Points Parlor. And I was like, holy fuck. Like if I read that as a holder or anyone that, you know, was interested in Dust in the D Labs ecosystem, that would be bullish as shit. I would love that. Get whatever you got to get to make people less upset about the art out of the way. Just grind out. Like, I'm sure there's a million fucking tickets right now of people saying, oh, my super niche favorite trait that nobody else gives a shit about is like, you know, hidden behind this one other trait on only my DGOD because it worked with the other 9,999 or whatever. Just get that shit out of the way. Like get people happy enough. Get them out of the way and fucking move on from the art.
Yeah.
Because I think like the art is good. Like it's all, you already see people being like, and this is in like group chats. This is not, you know, Twitter engagement farming. You already see people being like, it's growing on me. I'm starting to like it a lot. And it will, like, it's just good, clean fucking art. Like it's not really that, it's only futtable because we went from Dead Gods to this. And that's another thing. Ryan, you genius bitch, you have all the you have all the art from season 1 to season 3.
Exactly.
Like, just rock whatever the fuck you want. So just get the art shit out of the way. I think the whole, like, I personally think approaching it as a downgrade and like leaning into the whole this shit sucks, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was smart.
Yeah.
People are like way too fucking sensitive in the bear market to play games like that. So I get it why people were upset, but it is what it is. Just take all the feedback in, make some tweaks, because I do think Points Parlor is an incredible product and I think it has serious potential. I don't think there's a single project besides Azuki, maybe Pudgy Penguins, who could execute Points Parlor to the level that DGods can execute it, because we have that community engagement baked in. So we have the value to offer all of these sponsors that want to get their shit out. So I think the concept is genius. I do kind of understand why Mark got that hyped in the video. I just think it was like a matter of the vibes not being the best when they launched it, that people are like, what the fuck? But yeah, we just need we need comeback mode Frank. We need underdog Frank. We need to take this shit on the chin and look at what we did wrong and what we can do better. Harness all of this feedback that you're collecting from the entirety of CT, because everyone's been talking about DGods for a fucking week now, which is bullish already. And just do what we do and tweak shit and try some new shit until it fucking works again. And at the end of the day, like, things could be a lot worse. We're the only project anyone is talking about in all of NFTs. So like, let's keep that going and put out some new shit, put out some iterations, some tweaks, and keep that shit going. And like, everything will be fucking fine, dude.
Exactly.
It always ends up fine.
Exactly. Like, I think even if we go like the like if we still like in the bear market for the next 2 years, like if they build like a growth machine for the communities to create content like the right way, not like a fucking shitty bro, like the fucking GM video on Twitter, like what Kevin did, like you know the one that you share, like announcing like GM because blah blah blah, and tonight GB stream, bro, that shit made like 3,000 4,000 views in a couple of hours, and Kevin is making like 15,000 views, and bro, it's fucking banger. So you know, like if you leverage that and you have again like Frank book of like how to create your Twitter banner, how to write your bio, blah, blah, blah. All of that, you scale that shit and you make it really good. And again, like you have, I don't know, like a Tico channel when they fucking review your Twitter account and you push people to, you know, like to grow the audience and to prepare for the next bull market. Bro, we can like.
Somebody mentioned too, like Frank, and I'm not saying he should do this because like he's earned it, but Frank's taking all of his X ad revenue and distributing it amongst like content creators in the ecosystem. Can you imagine how many? Hopefully not, dude. Like hopefully separate, but can you imagine how many fucking people would want to be a part of our community?
Exactly.
Because I mean, you look. And I'm sure, like, okay, like Jakey with Mad Lads, good example. I'm sure he's like on a contract with Mad Lads, right? But there's also a shit ton of people that rock Mad Lads PFPs that still put out dope content that get no love for it. But you come to DGods, and all our founder has to do is tweet twice a day, and he's going to pull in 20K in ad revenue, and then that 20K is going to be, you know, shared amongst the registered content creators that hold DGods, that hold Utes or whatever. Like that's a fire idea. Bro, that's fucking free. That costs them nothing to do.
Just a page of like, exactly. Like you branded like a DGod content creator shit. Like on the one page, like kind of like what I've done with like the builders, like back in the day, right? With like project built by DGods.
Yes.
You do that for, you do that for content creators, and then you have a like that's what like this content creation vertical shit. It's massive, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
what would you call it?
What?
What would you call it? What's the D builders equivalent of D creators?
D creators. D content.
We'll have to workshop that a little
bit. D tent.
Fractionalized Frank, hilarious.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, again, I do think, man.
Yeah, we can milk Elon. I saw that a tweet like we should milk Elon during the bear market. Elon is giving us the rev share from the gods.
100%. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely been a silence from the team recently, I feel like. And like what we need, Frank, on the streets, in every Twitter space, like, because that's when they know like what people want. That's when the pulse on the market is so good that they can. And again, Points Parlor is a sick product. It just needs to be fine-tuned for people to really see like, holy shit, the potential on this is insane. If you have any like marketing experience or have worked for a company that has a large marketing budget, you see the value in it, and you see why like this essentially organic engagement that you're getting from this is like worth a shit ton of fucking money.
100%.
Make the prizes better, make the game theory a little bit better, introduce dust, let the public play, like make it some, like DGods is already the only project people are talking about. Make Points Parlor the famous Fox raffles of the new famous Fox raffles, right? Like make it the one thing that everyone's fucking playing. Buy some NFTs, throw them in there. Let people raffle their fucking NFTs for points.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro, like imagine how many points you would get if you threw like what are famous Fox at? Like 30?
30, yeah.
You put 30 Soul NFT in, you get like, 1 million points from people trying to win it with points. Like some people would do that because then you just spend all those points on packs trying to win a fucking test run. Like there's so many ways that you can improve it. They just got to keep grinding and keep at it. So we'll see.
But that's what Asset Dash is doing, right? Like where you open your portfolio, you open like 14 cookies, and then you have a chance giveaway every week. We can have the Point Parlor doing the same fucking shit, man.
Yeah, Acid Dash was sick. Where are those at now?
I think it's back to 7 or 6.5 or something. So yeah,
I sold mine at 6.9 because I thought it was smart boy, and I would buy back in, and they never went down below it since.
Yeah,
not a smart guy.
Yeah,
not a smart guy. Just lucky and early.
But I mean, 6.9. Yeah, it's a good price to sell anything.
Yeah.
And okay, so if you were not a DGOD holder right now, okay, I see Amy like DGOD to ETH, so I can buy back. Sorry for your bag, but I will get back. So there is that. But okay, so you are a Bored Ape holder right now. You just noticed DGOD's shit show. Are you going back in, or like what do you do? Are you buying?
I feel like you have to, and unless you are a chronic DGods hater, which even then, I'm convinced a lot of the people out there like just talk shit, so they get a better entry. But unless you are a chronic, avid DGods hater who believes deep down in your soul that Frank is the devil reincarnated, I don't think you can like ignore this good of a deal, right? Because like if you, especially now that we're on ETH, like if you hold Azuki, you hold Bored Apes, you hold fucking Pudgy Penguins, whatever, and you see DGods in that range, I think you have to. I think like you've seen us enough, and like we've been loud enough, and you've heard enough about us that you have to diversify. It reminds me of, and I like fucking hate telling this story, but like when I first got into Soul NFTs, to me, DAA was like the grail. I didn't fuck with the SMB art. I thought DAA had the best art in the ecosystem. So when we finally reached DAA, I won for one. A DGOD with a DAA, no questions asked. I was like, I need exposure to DAA, and this is like I've never been able to afford it before. So to me, I kind of think that is the case on ETH. I mean, granted, it's like, you know, it'd be nicer if we were bumping up to here or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I just like, I mean, I fucking bought one. You know what I mean? I saw 6.5 and I was like, holy shit, that's free. So I bought one. I seriously, like, I have people that don't own DGODs that have been trying to buy one for a very long time, DMing me like, hey, do you want to split one with me? And I'm like, fuck yeah. If we hit 4, 2 ETH for half a DGOD, like that's And again, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know, but it just seems too easy. Like, this team's track record is too good at coming back from these shitty situations to see this and be scared. And I, like, maybe I'm wrong, but I fucking hope for, you know, in spite of everyone that exited and said, fuck DGODs, I'm out, like, God, I hope the comeback is nice, dude.
Yeah, I don't see that project dead today. I don't see it, because the fundamentals are still the same. Like, we still have the best team in Web3 whatsoever. Like,
dude, do we have the founder with the most followers on Web3? Like, you just can't ignore Frank. You know what I mean? Like, and if the argument is that, like, the age of NFTs is dead, except for, like, you know, the fucking cults or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, DGODs is right up there with Bored Apes and Azuki in my mind, as far as like, I mean, Milady is a fucking cult, but that's a different kind of cult.
Oh,
seems like no brainer. I a buyer again. I thought I was priced the fuck out. Like, I thought my days of I can accumulate here were long gone. And when I saw us down at 6.5, I was like, oh, this might be my last chance to be able to afford a DGOD ever again. I'm happy with it. I mean, less happy now that it's down lower. But
oh, bro, I think I'm losing you. You're getting wrecked, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe my AirPods are dying. I don't know.
No, I think Bored Ape is trying to silence you somehow. That's what's happening. Like, okay, so what would be the ROI like of the DGOD? Like, yeah, so you are like a new holder. You just you're not gonna play the point Parlor stuff because you don't ever know what the fuck dust is, maybe, or you just like going to expect that shit to go up in price and sell later, right?
I still think the main appeal for DGODs is the community, is the engagement you get. I've seen a couple dudes that sold their DGODs and picked up Azukis, and watching them post their like, do Azuki follow Azuki post,
and they get 12,
like, bro,
12 like, that helps.
It's like, it's been 2 hours and you have like 15 likes and 2 comments. Like, was it worth it? Are you sure about that?
Maybe do it before you press the buy button.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Right click, save the NFT, test drive it a little bit, fucking test it out. I still think like that is our biggest utility, our biggest selling point is like the community behind it is fucking insane. And that's why like a lot of people that I know that are hoping they dip down lower so they can buy in, like that's why they're trying to buy in. They don't. Not that they don't care about points Parlor, but like that's not the main appeal.
Yeah.
That's why I think if points Parlor can do what it's supposed to do, which is, you know, provide these viral moments where somebody gets 3 million impressions because they just want a fucking Tesla or something.
Yeah.
I think that's when people, like, we're already the talk of the town, but if you literally cannot ignore us, that's when people are going to be like, well, fuck, like, if NFTs are dead, I'm going to be in like the one that's still having a good time, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. And at least, your bag was 0, but at least you can drive in a Tesla. Let's go. That's what's up.
Right. That's right. Which, by the way, if I win a Tesla, I'm flooring the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
I have no desire to own a Tesla. I'll pay off with the rest of my truck and I'll put the rest in DGODs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's my DO for round 2. If I win the Tesla, I'll put it in DGods.
But I mean, same thing for me, bro, because like in Malta, I can't even have a Tesla. I think there is no like chargers whatsoever on the fucking island. Yeah, it's not happening. So
yeah, my uncle rented a Tesla to help me move, and he spent the whole weekend like looking for chargers around town. I'm like, why did you think that was a good idea? Why did you think renting an electric car with a limited range for a road trip and then moving was a good idea? Whatever.
But at least you have a luxury moving in. That's what's up. Because you are DGod holder, so you are a luxury boy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I drove the fucking U-Haul, so not really. Spun my balls off in a moving truck, but...
And bro, what about youths? Should we talk about it?
I think it's good they're going to ETH. I think it's...
yeah, so they can get farmed by Machi. Like season 2 is farming by Machi, bro.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, fuck. Maybe it's bad. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just, like, I've never... Like, I like my Ute, but I've never, like, really felt, like, a connection to them. We'll see.
I think like OG minters, like, don't really connect with the Utes PFPs, the Utes community.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're Sean Lestage, you'll rock a Ute all day.
True.
But no, I love Sean, but
his pimp Ute is sick.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'll be good for them to be on ETH. It's still they just need to like be a little more cool because, and I blame this on Utelist kind of, and the way that the whole thing was played out is like the original sales pitch for Utes was like a community of content creators. So now we've got, 15,000 Utes PFPs like dropping 32-piece ChatGPT threads 5 times a day. And it's like, just be fucking chill, dude. Like, be a little bit cooler, and I would respect you guys a lot more.
Yeah.
I do like same team. So like you can't ignore the fact that it's the same team, it is the same community. But Jesus, some of those guys are tough, dude. Whatever the guy that like sold his soul to Polygon, we moved over, like became like a legit Polygon team member.
The
guy who like Ute PFP, flicked back hair on the PFP and not in person. I don't know, but literally like joined the Polygon team and was like doing spaces for them.
I think I heard about him like in a space recently. I don't know the name, but Smokey, is that Smokey?
Smokey, what happened to Smokey? Is he still a Ute or does he have to stay? He couldn't give back his job, huh? Like we gave back the grant.
By the way, like what's happening with Magic Eden?
I can't tell you. Some sick shit though.
Okay.
I got to play with some cool stuff today. I'll say that much, and very cool. I've always loved Magic Eden too. They're just like speaking of like being cool. Like Magic Eden is to DGods what Tensor is to Utes. I'll just say that.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Help them to catch up with Tensor, man. Is that the goal? Help them to catch up with Tensor.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the fight they're gonna do?
Yeah, they're trying.
That's cool.
I think you got a good shot. I think they obviously were on top for so long that they just kind of coasted through it. But I think now they're kind of grinding their heels in and they're ready to. They're a hungry dog and they're ready to hunt. So
that's cool. And congrats for whatever you have landed. But that's dope, bro.
Mostly an engagement farm, but good times always.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I think we can slowly wrap it up. But okay, a couple of questions. Are you hyped for season 4?
Always, dude. For me, it's the friends we make along the way, right? Like it's the ride in between the seasons. Maybe I'll take some profit with the hype leading up to season 4. We'll see. But yeah, there's never a dull moment. holding DGODs, right?
Yeah.
Like you kick back, you watch number go up for the most part. The team continuously drops shit. Like I can't mention or I can't name that many other products or projects, sorry, that I'm a part of that like actually keep me interested. So.
Like the community and match, and like it's we have something special.
And you know what? You know what my new strat is for, like, obviously we have all these haters and fudders that are just collecting these ad revenue checks from talking shit about DGODs. I'm just gonna start talking shit about them and get them all to respond to me, and then so I can collect ad revenue off of hating on the DGODs haters. Legit. So that's my new strat going forward, and I look forward to flexing those ad revenue checks on everyone on Twitter and doing cool stuff with them. Maybe
you should do that in videos, because video. I don't know if you saw the thread about like the new algo update on Twitter. Videos are the shit, bro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah.
I just learned how to like picture myself on my desktop for the season 3 reveal. So watch out. JD learned how to record himself.
Coming up for your asses. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Let's
go. Okay. That's dope, man. Bro, like if the chat doesn't have any specific question and I don't see any hands on Twitter, maybe we can slowly wrap it up, because that was a nice episode, man.
Beautiful. Always a pleasure.
That was a banger, man. Like I love these reviews. I'm happy that we have done that together. That was a banger.
Hell yeah, that was fun, dude. More alpha in that than the fucking Frank and Mark podcast.
Yeah.
Shut up, Amy.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm wearing slides.
Yeah. And the maison, the house is clean. Why the fuck did I just spoke French? The house is clean, bro. So you don't want to spit some beer. Yeah, exactly.
I still got to figure out my recording spot. I do like standing though.
See,
this is kind of nice, but I think the light, like this, like look at that. That's
don't do that in front of the of the window. That's what.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Probably have an office or something, but it's full of boxes right now. So one day.
That's cool. Yeah, bro, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time here. That was a banger. And come back on the channel for season 4 preview. That's going to be dope. It's going to be in 6 months, but yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm ready for it already. I got my calendar marked. Always a pleasure, bud. Appreciate you.
Cheers, bro. And thank you everyone who showed up for the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy, for the emote, the super emote. That was a banger. And everyone in the chat, subscribe, follow GB. You have everything in the description. And on Twitter Space, still follow GB. Yeah, you're like another boy. Anyway, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next stream. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you.